we're teaching ESO 21 locations across the United States this year. Please, please come and let us help you. It's not just about expansion, it's Gary's 13-point business snapshot and the model of expansion on how you can build a bigger business, period, whether you ever expand or not.
That's right. Well, that's really where you get your comeuppance, isn't it? Yeah, you start to expand, you immediately realize, God, I thought I was good. Now I realize I didn't quite fully know what I was doing. Yeah, but that's a blessing.
Well, I think Kristen makes an excellent point, though. For those that have been to ESO, you'll quickly realize that even if you never expand, I mean, if you never go anywhere beyond your hub, your team, your business is going to be dramatically better than what it was prior to attending. I assure you of that. If you build the team as if you structure your team as if one day you're going to do this and then never go about doing it, it'll look like much more like a business at the very least.
You know, the interesting thing is I'm trying to ban the word team from the real estate dictionary. And the only reason is because in the business world, you don't call it that. It was a way that the industry dealt with the real estate business agent. They called it a team. Actually, it's just a business. I mean, that's what it is. It's a business inside a business. They don't know how to label all that. Well, go ahead.
I think about our business like a house, and when you build a house, maybe you built a foundation for a 2-story house, right? And then all of a sudden you realize that you can't fit your family in that house, so you have to tear out your foundation. Imagine what it's like living in a house when you're tearing out the foundation. It's uncomfortable. So expansion is about building a big enough foundation that if and when you wanted to expand, you could, or probably more likely when you find talent, they can actually go expand. And what I didn't realize, Gary, was at the end of the day, I run a training and technology company that happens to sell real estate, that works for a training and technology company that happens to sell real estate. We look like mini KWI with less expenses.
Absolutely. Yeah, and less liability. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Well, it was a big aha in one of our masterminds we were talking about. You said, look, I don't know why you guys are starting to reinvent this wheel. You need to follow exactly what we are doing. And that was kind of an aha for all of us. And just said, you know what? And then I just went back to my team. Whatever KWR is doing, make sure we're implementing everything that they're doing.
That's true. Yeah, you're doing exactly what I did. And no offense, but you're also beginning to realize it's not easy.
Not easy? Man.
Yeah. It just takes time, that's all. It's time on the task over time, and it's the tale of becoming a better business person. As you become a better business person, then this gets easier and easier and easier. So it's really the tale of becoming better at business and bringing that back to your current location and using that in other locations, right?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Go back to your world today, and the first time a problem happens, ask yourself, if this was happening 2,000 miles away, would it be all good, or would it be a catastrophe? Because so many of us manage through walking around, right? When you walk into your admin's office, you talk to your other agents, you grab them, you shake them, you know, whatever it's it's the seagull management, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you fly in, you poop on them, you fly out. And when all of a sudden, add 1,000 miles to it all, and then say, well, does our training still work? Can I teach my listing presentation to someone 1,500 miles away? Can I teach them how to talk to a buyer? Can I teach them how to negotiate a deal? Can I fill them up on a weekly basis with enough energy so that they don't run out by Wednesday? Can I make them feel like they're part of something that's bigger than just listing and selling houses? Because guys, that's not big enough anymore. Can you do that? Because if you want an idea of what it must have been like for Gary, start on day one and ask those questions. And now look at this. It's pretty powerful.
Pretty powerful. All right, one last question. That is, let's go through any advice. And it can't be go to ESO. Kristen gets to say that for her. So, fire away before we leave. What one thing do you want to tell them that you want them to know?
Yeah, we're certainly hiring and looking for talent. Our model's superior, but no.
And you've been doing it longer.
Yeah, right, since February 2011. So,
Exactly.
It's cliche, Gary, but you have said to us over and over and over again, you keep saying the same two things. Think in terms of who instead of how or what. You guys, you said flat out, you're idiots. You always think in terms of how or what, start thinking in terms of who. So when you're thinking expansion, think who, as opposed to how am I going to do this or what am I going to do next. That's number one. And number two, you constantly say, go out and fail. And now you've really started saying, fail faster. You're idiots, fail faster.
Yeah, fail faster.
And so, you know, we go so far as to have meetings to discuss our failures. Literally, we have a fail forward Friday that we borrowed from Captain America, Nick Waltner. And he said, here's what we do. We literally celebrate these failures such that we know every time we fail, we're going to develop another system. So the quicker we can fail, the faster we fail, the sooner we're hopefully going to get wherever we're trying to go.
Very good, very good. Jason?
I just don't want anyone to feel like they get left behind. No one should be left on the beach on this thing. A lot of us say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do that. And then who knows what happens. We all get back and then the world takes place and it goes. I just really want tomorrow to be tomorrow for some of you. Like tomorrow, register for ESO. Tomorrow, ask yourself, is my business ready? It doesn't have to mean that you're making millions of dollars where you are. You could be making 100 grand or 200 grand where you are. That's an expandable business. Add 4 more of those.
Say that again. Say that again. If you were netting $100,000 as a real estate agent, that's an expandable business in about 700 to 800 locations.
Yeah,
it's expandable.
And if you have 700 to 800 locations, all making you $100,000 a year, I mean, your biggest problem is where to put all your money. Gary can help you with that. No doubt. I just really want tomorrow to be tomorrow for everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, that was nice, Jay, thanks.
I'm trying to follow up. Go ahead.
You know, I think it's, emotional fitness is something that we all need as we go through here and understand that these things take time. And is your calendar reflective of exactly what the organizations you want to build? People always say, well, look, my goal is to do this, I want to do that. Well, then look at your calendars. Does your calendar reflect your lead generation time for talent? Does it reflect your lead generation time for talking with OPs and TLs or RDs? Does your calendar reflect the emotional fitness that you need to do in terms of physical activity, meditation, reading, clearing your mind? Because those are the things that when you start becoming a business owner that you absolutely must put into your life. The more that you can put those things into your life, the more clarity that you're going to start getting on a daily basis. The more, look, raising your level of consciousness is doing nothing but seeing things differently. You see a kid running towards a fireplace and you know that's hot, you can see clearly that they're going to run and touch it. So when you raise up in business acumen, you start seeing things at a higher level, all you're able to do is see those alarming things that are going to be happening. So every day through your experiences that we're all living and moving forward to every day, we need to understand that as our consciousness raises, we're creating a vacuum to suck people up with us, but we're also generating our energy in our ability to see these things on a much clearer basis. And when you have clarity in your life, you have power, and we have all of those going in the right direction, that's when your momentum's going to push you to be able to go to Mars or wherever it is that you ever want to take your real estate business to.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
So I think my one piece of advice would be careful who you model yourself after. Don't pick too many models, role models. A lot of us end up role modeling ourselves after those individuals that may sell a lot of real estate, but give up the quality of their relationships with God and at home and with their kids or with their own personal health. And that's a short-term plan. You know, model yourself after somebody that at 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock tonight, they're doing the right thing around town. Somebody that in the morning they're doing the right thing, and they're really, really great people. If you have too many captains on a boat, your boat goes on a circle. And there's a lot of really phenomenal people here. And I know one thing: every one of these people on this stage has a coach, and it's not accidental.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Ben.
So for the team leaders and OPs in the room, I would say this: bring your recruits to ESO. What I can share with you is, well, as early as last month, we were in California, and it was we were actually up in Sacramento. It was day 2 of ESO, and a gal, Remax agent, started crying in the room, and she actually stood up and joined Keller Williams on the spot that day. And what I can, because it was, she said,
It's a little freaky.
a little freaky. But I think it was emotional for her to see what the opportunity is in our company, to learn how to be business people, to be able to find their vision, their passion, their big why. All of that matters. And she got that day. And what I can share with you is that there have been so many folks this year who the team leaders and OPs have brought to ESO, and outside of the company, and the majority of them join within a week after, either they're on the spot or within a week of leaving. It is that powerful. We are happy to do the heavy lifting for you and do special things and have lunches and dinners when you're there with them. Happy to do it, happy to be in those conversations. You don't have to know everything right now. Just come to ESO, let us help you, because I can promise you this, it will help you push the easy button and the fast button to John Davis's growth initiative in filling up your market center with more cappers and with the top 3 people in your market. I promise you we can help you do that. There have been, we just found out that there's an agent, and I can't name him yet, but from Coldwell Banker that's making the transition over, that's a $100 million producer, because, not that they're gonna go expand today, Gary, but it's because of the opportunity that they can, and that there's no limits, and it's a powerful conversation. So come to ESO, let us help you.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, I think we're done. Guys, thanks. You know, hang on. When I say we're done, I was giving you your 1 minute warning. Can I say one thing? Okay, thanks. Shh. One, I love you guys, and I appreciate you so much. These guys are my heroes. I can't work with everybody on a day-by-day basis, but I can work with a sampling. And I work with people that are inside the coaching program, because I don't work with people that don't have coaches. I just won't talk to them or work with them. But these guys are blazing a trail, and they're blazing it for you, and they're encouraging you to join them. And the one thing that you didn't say was start now, because it takes a long time. It takes longer than you think. So you need to fail faster. You need to start now and do this. If you're going to do it, start, right? Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody.